Hi everyone, I'm Megan and I am Jessie.
Oh, Jessie, that is a pretty impressive tower you have there.
Aw, thanks Megan. I've been working on it all day. Oh no!
Oh no, Jessie.
Oh no, my tower. I worked so hard on it and now it's destroyed.
Oh, it's okay, Jessie. I can help you. We can work together to rebuild your tower.
Yeah, but our new tower won't be as good as my old tower. My old tower had a secret spy hole.
Well, maybe instead of one secret spy hole, we can build 2 secret spy holes.
That's a great idea, Megan.
In today's Bible story, God's people also had to rebuild something, the temple. Let's listen to learn more. A man named Zerubbabel led God's people back home to start rebuilding God's temple. First, the priests made the altar and gave offerings to God. Then workers made the foundation, or the bottom, of the temple. When the foundation was complete, the people shouted and sang songs to God. God is good. He is loving and always will be, they said. Not everyone was happy though. Some of the older people remembered what the first temple had looked like long ago, before it had been knocked down. The people were sad and they cried loudly. The people kept working, but after a while their neighbors said, "Stop building the temple." So God's people stopped. Building the temple was hard. Maybe God doesn't want us to build it, they thought. But God did want his people to finish the temple. God sent prophets to talk to the people. The prophets said, "Keep building. God is with you." So God's people started to work on the temple again. At this time, King Darius ruled over the land where God's people lived. Darius put a helper in charge of the land where God's people lived. And the king's helper saw God's people working. He asked their leader Zerubbabel, "Do you have permission to rebuild this temple?" "Yes," said Zerubbabel. The helper sent a letter to King Darius to find out if Zerubbabel was telling the truth. The letter to the king said this: "Dear King Darius, the people here are working hard to build the temple to their God. They said King Cyrus said they could build. Is that true?" King Cyrus had been king before Darius. When a king made an important decision, someone wrote it down on a scroll. So Darius looked for the old scroll. His servants found it. The scroll said, "Let God's people rebuild the temple." God's people had told the truth. So King Darius wrote a letter back to his helper. He said, "Do not bother the workers at the temple or try to stop them. Give them anything they need." The king's helper obeyed King Darius's order. God's people kept building, and soon the temple was finished. The people celebrated the Passover and thanked God. God's people rebuilt the temple so they would have a place to worship God. Years later, God sent his son, Jesus, to be with his people on earth. Jesus gave us something better than the temple. He gave us himself. And Jesus is with us wherever we go.